What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. I go by the name of BRWE, representing that self-made hustle TV, where the hustle has to be in you, not on you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I want to wish all the veterans out there a happy Memorial Day. All the people, all my subscribers and followers, I want to wish y'all a happy Memorial Day, man. Let's get it. Let's get it.
You gotta get up off your rump if you wanna make it. You gotta grind, you gotta pump, you gotta make a change. You gotta get up off your rump if you wanna make it. You gotta grind, you gotta pump, you gotta make some change. Got to get up off my rump. I'm in the game trying to make it. It's 89 and the shit just started to jump. Young nigga on the corner all night trying to pump. OGs used to tell me, homie, watch your back and keep your pistol strapped tightly on you. Because it's cold on these corners in the streets. Clear hating broke busters I was trying to be. And staying on feet, keeping my pockets tight. And niggas been hating way before your life. Saying this and you know they say that. And who's that fool that try to steal fat pat? Bringing hats and not something to squash the chatter. On TV shows, getting with Mad Hatter. Straight from the streets where you know it don't stop. 12,000 MK dead and blind. Glock stand clock like supposed to be. And jealousy and envy make them close to me. Regulating them balls while you hating contemplating. Come on with it, big baby, I'm waiting. To leave you stranded on the island like Gilligan. Wishing for the excess mental, putting one up in your temple should be simple. Shot my game like a pencil and use the hard times as a learning utensil. You gotta get up off your rump if you wanna make it. You gotta grind, you gotta pump, you gotta make a change. You gotta get up off your rump if you wanna make it. You gotta grind, you gotta pump, you gotta make some ends. I got to get it. Ain't got no time to be playing with it. Beat my scheme, it just take a minute. All my years, all my tears, giving this game all I got to give. Stacking money on the bill, every word I speak real. Can't be hypocrite in the game. I be talking about chromine, cause I be doing these kind of things.
Down in Texas, where you been?
Well, it's a war on these city streets of dope beats and pins. Ain't no kin on the track. Make a nigga wig split back. With this weapon I pack, I'm collecting until had they stay facts. It remain to be some tricks hating. Open your eyes to this dead end. Three niggas running a corporation. That's why my stacks have a nigga broke trying to chase them. Better save them, don't waste them. It ain't guaranteed your ass can replace them. And told her, any nigga I'ma face them. You gotta get up off your rump. If you wanna make it, you gotta grind, you gotta walk, you gotta make a change. You gotta get up off your rump. If you wanna make it, you gotta grind, you gotta pump, you gotta make some ends. Oh shit, can't quit, gotta get up off my rug. Bump and grind, gotta get mine, cause it's a must I pump, cause my goal is a constant dream. Devising plots and schemes in order to increase my cream. Go hard, dig deep to achieve my purpose. To get my feet up on the ground and start scratching the surface. To alleviate the struggles and to hide the pain. In this white man's world, I gotta break these chains. Maintain a level head so that I won't fail to build my clientele and avoid these damn jail cells. My bell before material, which talking clothes, foreign cars, and these gold digging bitches. My riches do away with all my pains as a teen. Riding 6-door limousines, eating French cuisine, codeine, suits the body, puts my soul at ease. Cause they hating, perpetrating, put me in a tight squeeze. A bind, contemplating all the circumstances while you're trying to hold me back from making forward advances. Take chances, I reach. Or a small technicality, so listen close and get the most of this dose of reality. My formality, quite simple, lyrics straight out the temple. And mistakes that I made are nearly accidental. Now the teeth may grind, and your guns may bomb. Don't take my advice and get up off your road. You gotta get up off your road. If you wanna make it, You gotta grind. You got.
One more, man. Let me get one more, man, dog. Let me get one more in, man. Y'all know. Wake and bake. Waking and baking. Proud, blessed to be alive, to be living. It be crazy out here, though, folks. Guys, y'all get up in here, man.
Crazy in this life. Gotta take my smoke on. It's getting hard to hold on. Things are crazy in this life. Gotta take my smoke on. It's getting hard to hold on. One thing's for sure. Gotta get my smoke on. Pop trunk on. Like crawling down on phone. Been dragged. You society for 26 years. See my ghetto peel stop.
Mama shed so many tears.
Highway to hell, will it never end? Though a brother system got to each other, supposed to love one another. The game got our minds in a headlock, but in reality, we working for a jail block.
Will it ever stop? I beat the game.
Revolving doors, escalator, when it pose it rain. And there's no limit to life, so you gotta keep teaching. Practice what you're preaching, young minds that you reaching. To be above the rest is the best that you strive for. But you gotta rely on material shit, ain't nothing to die for. But I lie for my niggas that's gonna lie for me. And ride down on a so-called end to me. Ain't no end to me, but I intend to see brighter days when I'm headed. Everything go pathetic, big bed, super fitted as I splash off. See backpack on the place, that's the way it gotta be. Try to see a different level of the game for sure. Ain't you all to learn, so I gotta listen, you know what I'm saying. Try to fit because I'm singing the blues. Every morning waking up, see myself on the news. Things are crazy in this life. Gotta get my smoke on. It's getting hard to hold on. Things are crazy in this life. Gotta get my smoke on. It's getting hard to hold on. My mind blown, drifting off into space. Wondering will there ever be a day when there's no haze. But it's too late because the system is corrupt. Young kids growing up with their minds fucked up. Stuck up in the ghetto with no place to go. Trying to provide for the family, but it's slow. And shit be a trip, will we ever prevail? Trying to keep the family fed, they taking us to jail. Living hell on earth, that's what it is. But it goes back to when our parents were kids. We're just a new seed, all a different breed. Born into the future at a high rate of speed. Shall I proceed? Jealousy and envy and greed. All them haters need is a push and they'll be hiding in your bush. Trying to take what you got, that mean another brother shot. Devastating schemes and plots, my people mean a lot. No doubt we got flaws, but we gotta pump hard. Pray to the Lord, keep a head straight above the fall. Time repeats itself, so you gotta put it down. Roll over, roll back to put the past behind. And try to maintain and capitalize on the game. Get your paper for your fame and represent this thing. You
know what I'm saying?
You gotta do this here, you know what I'm talking about? This is serious matter out here. It's crazy. Things are crazy in this life. Gotta get my smoke on. It's getting hard to hold on. Things are crazy in this life. Gotta get my smoke on. It's getting hard to hold on.
We gotta hold on. We gotta hold on. Man, good morning. Shit, hate wearing these goddamn headphones. That's really why I do not like dealing with this microphone and shit, because you have to wear headphones, fool, and I ain't with all that shit. Salute, salute. Hope everybody having a good Memorial Day today, man. Like I say all the time, man. If you woke up this morning and you got all your limbs, your kids all right, ain't no lights cut out, the gas still on, so you can cook, so you can go barbecue or whatever it is you got in store for your endeavors today. Man, you are definitely one of the ones that is winning in life right now. You're definitely winning. It's always someone doing a little bit worse. Also, God will never bless you with something until you be happy with having nothing. I'm say it again. God will never bless you with something until you happy with having nothing. So yeah, that's today's quotes today. But yeah, I hope everybody doing good. I hope y'all out there barbecuing it away. I did my shit yesterday. I got that shit out of the way. I be hating smelling like barbecue. I be hating that shit. Nigga be having to take 8 showers to get that barbecue up off a nigga, man. You know, in Texas, we barbecue. You know, we barbecue. Barbecue. You know, we barbecue in Texas. You know what I'm talking about? But, man, the trolls will troll. Your comments are definitely respected over here. You know, if it's respectful, you get in. If you don't, you out of there. When my mods get in here, whatever they say, go in the chat. I don't give a fuck about the chat. You know, y'all should know that already. This is the road. This is the road to 15K, bitches. Holla at you. Uh, uh, we will. We're gonna go into what we're gonna go into today, man. We're gonna go into the Trumpster. We're gonna go into the Trumpster, man. We're gonna go into all the assassination attempts on President Trump, man. Y'all gotta understand, bro. I always tell y'all, bro, I am not coming from a biased perspective because I don't give a fuck about the Democrats, the Republicans. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm just here to point out the faults and the bullshit. And a spade is a spade. You know? That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. All that other shit, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Not trying to hear it. So, we gonna get into this. Let me set it up for y'all real fast. It's just a little 11-minute video, and then we gonna freestyle the rest of the show. Try to see some shit, boy. This y'all president, man. Hey, you would have swore the president was a gang member or something. The way they trying to take that boy out, they trying to take that boy out like he a rolling 60 crip or something. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he was a part of the Hoovers or something. Trump was a Hoover, bro. Like, who the fuck wants to go to work and get shot at, risk getting shot at every day? And y'all think that's a safe workplace? Just think about if you was working at your UPS or wherever it is you work, the HEB, and just imagine every time you go to work, you get shot at because of a coworker. Would that make a safe work environment? But you can't tell these people shit. I guess they say you wanna get unalive for your country. I guess that's that's that. I guess that's that. That's what they're trying to do. So I don't know. I don't know. Let me see, get this shit right for y'all. Mm. Watch this shit. Yeah, I don't really got this shit right here. Watch. Y'all gonna be like, man, oh. Y'all gonna be like, it's amazing. It's a character. Yeah, I'm definitely a character. But you won't be a part of this shit, brother. Alright. I'll watch this real quick. Oh shit. Now let me do this. Oh, two. My bad. Don't never got they shit together.
Donald Trump was holding a campaign rally at the Treasure Island Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. The crowd was large and the security presence was visible. Police officers stationed throughout the venue, Secret Service working the perimeter. Sometime after the event began, a slight 19-year-old in the crowd started slowly working his way toward one of the police officers standing near the stage. His name was Michael Stevens Sandford. He positioned himself next to Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Officer Emil Jacob, reached out with both hands, grabbed the pistol in Jacob's holster, and pulled as hard as he could. The gun didn't move. Jacob tackled him to the ground within seconds. Secret Service agents were on top of him almost immediately. Nobody fired a shot. Nobody was hurt. The whole thing was over in moments. Sanford was taken into custody. And unlike most people arrested in that kind of situation, he waived his right to stay silent and told investigators everything. What they heard was not what they had expected. Sanford had grown up in Dorking, a small town in England, with a difficult medical history that had begun before he was a teenager. He had been diagnosed with autism, severe anxiety, and OCD, and at 14 he stopped eating and spent months in a psychiatric hospital. He used to run in front of cars to avoid going to school. His family tried everything they could, but the systems around him kept
He
failing
used
him.
to hold
In
on,
2015, when he
hold
was
on,
18,
hold on,
his
hold
family
on, hold
paid
on,
for him to move to New Jersey to be with his
hold
small
on.
town in England. With
My nigga, did it say that he used to run in front of cars so he wouldn't have to go to school? What the fuck?
the difficult medical history that had begun before he was a teenager. He had been diagnosed with autism, severe anxiety, and OCD, and at 14, he stopped eating and spent months in a psychiatric hospital. He used to run in front of cars to avoid going to school. His family tried everything they could, but the systems
This is
around him kept
crazy,
failing
bro.
him. In 2015, when he was 18, his family paid for him to move to New Jersey to be with his girlfriend, hoping a new country might help. Instead, he drifted to California and disappeared. For months, his family contacted American authorities begging for help finding him. Nobody helped them. By early 2016, Sanford had settled on a single objective: killing Donald Trump. He told investigators he had been planning it for about a year. 2 days before the rally, he had gone to a civilian shooting range called Battlefield Vegas and paid to fire a pistol, the first gun he had ever held in his life. The instructor said he was a bad shot. Sanford wasn't there to get better at shooting. He was there to practice grabbing a weapon out of a holster as fast as he could. He
Get
was
the
sentenced to
front,
just
shut the
over a
front
year in
door,
prison,
man.
served 11 months, and was sent back to England. Donald Trump won the presidency 5 months after Sanford tried to stop him. Sanford was already gone before the results came in. July 13th, 2024, Thomas Matthew Crooks case. On July 13th, 2024, at 4:26 in the afternoon, a security officer at a Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, noticed a young man near a warehouse building at the edge of the property. The building sat directly next to the open field where Trump was about to speak. The young man was noted. Nobody stopped him. At 5:14, a Secret Service countersniper spotted him crouched underneath the same building with a tool used to measure distances. The information was passed up the chain. Nobody stopped him. At 5:52, he was confirmed on
That's
the roof,
crazy.
130 meters from the stage. A local police officer climbed the ladder to confront him. The officer reached the top, came face to face with the young man, and saw him raise a rifle and point it directly at him. The officer climbed back down the ladder. 20 seconds later, the young man fired. He fired 8 shots in 26 seconds. One bullet grazed Trump's right ear. A 50-year-old fire chief named Corey Comparatore, who had thrown himself over his wife and daughters to shield them from the shooting, was hit in the head and killed. 2 other men were badly wounded. 12 seconds after the first shot, a Secret Service counter sniper shot the gunman through the head. His name was Thomas Matthew Crooks. He was 20 years old.
Man,
When
look at this guy, dog. Man, come on, dog. Oh my God, dog. Look at this guy, dog. That nigga look like Elephant Man or something, man. Little moonhead ass boy.
Matthew Crooks, he was 20 years old. When police searched his car, they found materials that could be used to build a bomb and a remote device to set it off. His parents had called the local police to report him missing before the rally had even started. The FBI launched one of the largest investigations in the agency's recent history, trying to answer one question: Who was Thomas Matthew Crooks, and why had he done this?
Mm.
Crooks had grown up in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, a quiet suburb south of Pittsburgh. Classmates remembered him as a kid who ate lunch alone and got picked on. He kept to himself. In May 2024, just 2 months before the rally, he had finished a 2 year college program and was set to start at a 4 year university that fall. He worked a part time job. Almost nobody had ever noticed him. In June and July, he had searched Trump's upcoming events more than 60 times. On July 6th,
God
the
damn.
same day he signed up for the Butler rally, he Googled, "How far was Oswald from Kennedy?" The next day, he drove to Butler in person, walked the grounds, and researched the company that owned the warehouse buildings. On July 12th, he went to a shooting range and practiced. On the morning of July 13th, he bought 50 rounds of ammunition and a ladder. After months of investigation involving hundreds of agents, the FBI said they could not determine a clear motive.
Mm,
September
mm, mm.
15th, 2024, Ryan Wesley Routh's case. On September 15th, 2024, at approximately 1:59 in the morning, a man arrived at the outer fence of Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach, Florida. He was carrying a rifle fitted with a scope, a stack of steel armor plates which he hung over the fence to protect himself from return fire, 20 rounds of ammunition, and a camera which he mounted on the fence and pointed toward the course. Then he lay down in the shrubbery and waited.
Mm.
Donald Trump was scheduled to play golf that morning. The man stayed in position for nearly 12 hours. At 1:31 in the afternoon, Secret Service agent Robert Furcano was walking the outer perimeter when he noticed a rifle barrel shift through the fence line approximately 400 yards from where Trump was playing.
Mm.
Furcano fired 4 shots into the shrubbery. The man dropped the rifle, ran to his car, and drove north on the highway. He was pulled over and arrested within the hour. At the fence, the rifle, the armor plates, the camera, and 19 rounds still loaded. The man's name was Ryan Wesley Routh. He was 58 years old. When investigators ran his background, what came back was stranger than most people expected. Routh had worked in construction in Greensboro, North Carolina most of his life, and had been arrested 8 times, including once for walking around with a hidden machine gun. After Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, he flew to Kiev on his own, walked into military offices, and started telling officials he was there to recruit volunteer fighters for the Ukrainian army. The
Mm.
Ukrainian military reviewed his
Mm.
proposals, called them delusional, and never responded to them.
Mm.
He went home undeterred. Back in the United States, he self published a book about his time in Ukraine and spent the following 2 years posting online about his plan to stop Donald Trump. He then wrote a 12-page letter he titled Dear World and mailed it to 2 men in North Carolina, with pipes, bullets, and wiring inside the envelope. The letter offered $150,000 to anyone who would finish the job if he failed. A jury convicted him on all counts
Crazy,
in
dog. These
September
people crazy,
2025.
dog.
A judge sentenced him to life in prison the following February. In the letter recovered from the fence, "This was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, but I am so sorry I failed you." He had spent 12 hours lying in Florida dirt, 400 yards from his target, and never fired a single shot.
Mm, mm, mm,
April
mm, mm.
25th, 2026, Cole Thomas Allen's case. On the evening of April 25th, 2026, the White House Correspondents' Dinner was underway at the Washington Hilton Hotel in Washington, D.C. It is one of the most heavily secured events in the United States each year. That night, President Trump, First Lady Melania Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and the full cabinet were seated together inside the ballroom. Hundreds of security personnel were stationed throughout the building and on the surrounding streets. At 8:36 in the evening, a man ran straight through the main security checkpoint near the hotel entrance, past the metal detectors, and opened fire. He got off several rounds before Secret Service agents
Ain't
and
even been
hotel
a full
security
month.
tackled him
Ain't
to the
even been a
ground.
total
One
full month
officer was
yet.
struck in the chest. His bulletproof vest stopped the bullet. Nobody else was hurt. Trump, the First Lady, Vice President Vance, and the cabinet were evacuated from the ballroom and secured. Trump held a press conference shortly after and told reporters he was fine. The man's name was Cole Thomas Allen. He was 31 years old. In the hours that
Cole.
followed, investigators went
Man.
through Allen's apartment, his devices, and the writings he had left behind.
Cole.
Allen was a tutor from Torrance, California, who helped students prepare for exams.
It's
He had two
crazy.
university degrees in engineering, one in mechanical engineering from Caltech, one of the most respected technical schools in the.
And you go from that to being a highly educated person to want to be an assassin? Come on, dog.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
What? Man.
The country, and a master's in computer science from a state university. In his spare time, he had built and published a video game based on molecular chemistry. He was working on a second one. In his writings, Allen said he was no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
God damn it. God damn it.
In the days before April 25th, his family had noticed something was wrong and tried to reach him. Minutes before he left his apartment that evening, he sent them a message identifying himself as the friendly federal assassin. Then he packed a shotgun, a handgun, and several knives and drove to Washington. It was the third time in less than 2 years that someone had gotten into Trump's immediate space with the stated intent to kill him, and the first time an attacker had broken through security inside a locked down venue.
Crazy work.
Sanford, Crooks, and Routh had all come from outside. Fences, rooftops, rally crowds.
Yeah, I know I gotta go back. I'm gonna have to go back.
Down venue.
You know, I gotta go.
Sanford, Crooks, and Routh had.
My bad, y'all. Bad. Uh, 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 uh. These faces, it ain't us, though. We ain't bad long as it ain't our people. You know what I'm saying? Look at this shit. That's why they had to blend. This last one had to be fully black. They had to make sure he was fully black this time. Man, look at these kids, dog.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Look at these kids, dog. This nigga got braces out. That nigga look like he has to be a part of the Elephant Man family. And he just look like he know he about to go in there and give up some. And him, he gonna be PC. He ain't gonna make it. He gonna be PC'd up all the way. Shit's
All come from
crazy.
outside. Fences, rooftops, rally crowds. Allen came through the front door. He had two engineering degrees, a published game, and a plan. He hit a vest. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and.
So, man, so that's ill right there, though. That's some ill shit, man. Like this, and we ain't even put the last one on there. We ain't even put the last one on there. We gave you a break, Trump. Like somebody wants your life like you a part of the streets for real, Trump. They want your like D Maxner or D Mac in the back of the leg, man. They want that boy Trump out of there like he a part of the who. The who, like he really is the who's who.
Major red flags are surfacing about the shooting that took place.
Let me get y'all right real fast, boy. Nigga Trump is hell, man. He keep playing with these good people, man. Them good people is trying to do something to you, boy, Trump, right now, man.
near the White House yesterday following Donald Trump announcing that he was going to be entering into a deal with Iran. Donald Trump saying previously that he was not going to his son's wedding. Instead, he was going to stay at the White House and not also go to Bedminster, which was odd for him to be in the White House to begin with. And then there was the shooting, and we heard like 30 shots were fired, and then we learned that the shooter was killed, and now we're getting a lot more information, and we're going to break it down for you. And I'm not getting into conspiratorial world here. I'm just going to
Fuck all
bring
that. We're
some
gonna tell you
headlines. And
what the
so
fuck
let's
we
just
see.
talk about what
Fuck
went
all
down.
that.
But first, we should start off with what has Donald Trump been doing after this incident took place, what he did after the White House correspondent incident, what he's been consistently doing it, using it to push this golden ballroom. This follows at the end of
Hey,
last
this
week,
the
the
whole point of
United
that about
States
that
Senate
shit.
killing the $1 billion for the ballroom, saying they and the Democrats, no one's funding this $1 billion ballroom that Trump said was going to be privately funded. And so now Donald Trump's like, look, because of what just happened, this is why we need my ballroom. This is what he also said after the White.
Bro, they coming for your life, and the first thing you say, this is why we need this private. This is why we need this. This is why we need this private ballroom. That's what you're saying, Trump? So they go use the black kid. The light skinned kid didn't even get unalived, but the black one did though. It's crazy worked out.
White House Correspondents' Dinner incident as well. Here's what he posted, and I want to talk about the shooter, how the shooter was actually someone who was known to the Secret Service, known very well to the Secret Service. I want to then show you the location where the shooting took place to show you it really wasn't all that close to the White House. And I want to show you some other red flags, and I want you to assess this for yourself. And again, we're not veering off into conspiratorial land.
Nah.
We're just going to go fact by fact. Here's what Donald Trump posted late last night about 12:23 a.m. his time. This is what he posted. Thank you to our great Secret Service and law enforcement for the swift and professional action taken this evening against a gunman near the White House who had a violent history and possible obsession with our country's most cherished structure. The gunman is dead after an exchange of gunfire with Secret Service agents near the White House gates. This event is 1 month removed from the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting and goes to show how important it is for all future presidents to get what will be the most safe and secure space of its kind ever built in Washington, D.C. The national security of our country demands it again. He's pushing for the ballroom. You'll recall during the White House Correspondents' Dinner incident, he immediately started posting, we need a ballroom, and all of his influencers posted, the MAGA influencers, ballroom, 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 ballroom. Then he filed legal documents in a case where he was banned from building the ballroom, although that order stayed pending the ruling by the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals.
I'll
And then
tell
his
you.
motion said,
Tell you.
because of the shooting that took place at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, this ballroom is needed to protect the national security of this country. And so now that the Senate has killed the Golden Ballroom, Donald Trump is now using this incident and saying, look, another assassination attempt. Look, we need a Golden Ballroom. Let's dig in. Let's get.
So y'all telling me a life is lost and the way to fix the problem is build a ballroom with your name on it? I guess. I guess. I
Get into the
guess.
facts. Let's do what we do here at the Midas
I
Touch Network.
guess.
So, the suspect in the shooting who was killed near the White House, not on the White House, near, but not all that
You
close. I'll
say
show you where it was in a
near the
second.
White House.
21-year-old named Nasir Best. He was someone who believed that he was Jesus Christ. He was someone who suffered from very serious mental illness. He was pronounced dead at the George.
Y'all notice how The ones that's always do they always it's always a mental illness. Why it just can't be somebody who just wigged out because they tired of America? You get what I'm saying? It's always gotta be a mental illness. He thinks he's Jesus. He's just man. Y'all chose the right one, man. Eh, y'all chose the right one. Yeah, y'all chose the right one. That's all. I ain't salty. Shit, I bet you that ballroom don't get built. We gonna see who's salty. That shit ain't. Boy, we ain't. We don't give a damn about your name. Boy, you man, listen. You are months away from fading away like Jordan, dog. Months away from being out the league for life. We talking about off this planet. You think I care about his name being on the ballroom? That's why he wanted on there so bad because he know his time of existence is coming shorter and shorter, nigga.
Washington University
God don't
Hospital.
like
He
ugly.
was known to be in this area for this DC
That
area
ain't
for about
happening.
18 months, and he would frequently go to the White House and make threats against the Secret Service. There, they knew this guy, and they knew him to be someone who suffered from mental illness and real kind of serious delusions. There was another incident in July 2025
What
where he
do
tried to get entry into the White House and was arrested nearby. And he would always say, "I'm Jesus, let me in." And this happened not just that July, this happened quite frequently with this guy. And they knew him. The Secret Service would see him, they would recognize him. They had him on a list, they had his photo because he would
Come on
threaten, he
now,
would make
dog.
threats quite
Come
frequently.
on,
Take a look
man.
at the map right here. Look where the
the
incident was, just
Secret
so you can see
Service?
for yourself.
Man, that
The
service
corner
ain't
of
secretive.
17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest. This is outside of the White House complex. Look, just so you can see where the White House is. Where the White House is. Look where the marker that is right here, that you can see that he was pretty far away. I'm
Y'all gonna have to explain this shit to me now and make me understand. And I'm high, so you might be able to get it by me. I'm high too right now, but I ain't stupid. I ain't stupid.
Come on now, dog. Come
Uh,
on, man.
nah, you got to come on with come on, man. This is dog. Y'all see the red from way wherever city y'all in. Y'all looking at this shit right now. Y'all see the red and y'all see where the yellow is. Boy, this nigga is blocks away. Boy, don't you realize they got shooters on top of buildings and everything in that fortress right there? So I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend. That's all. I'm just being a friend wanted to know what the fuck is going on right here.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, dog, what the fuck?
I mean, from where the White
Hey.
House is to where he was, there was multiple buildings that are that are in front of it,
Hey,
and so this.
look, even the white guy is laughing at the white guys. That's why I'm telling you, y'all tripping. This is some top tier crisis acting shit, dog. Some bull. This is like some man. They turning the world into a fucking soap opera, dog, or some shit. He laughed, dog, and it's we supposed to be taking it. I'm trying to take it seriously. I swear to God, I am trying to take it seriously, y'all. I can't. I just can't, dog. And what's crazy is if the guy pulled out a gun on them like he did, I don't feel sorry for him because he's stupid. What I'm trying to say is, what is this far away shit with these guns far away from the president? What is that gonna do? I never seen so many far away assassinations. Far away. What the fuck are you gonna do? Dog. What? Dog. No. I'm just saying, dog. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm trying to understand, like, what are you if you want to unalive yourself, you can do that. You can stay at home with that type of activity. You can do that with yourself, go in your bath, whatever you want to do. But what are you like? What are you going? Man, this is some crisis acting at its finest, dog. This is some bullshit. They'd have turned this shit into Knox Landing or some bullshit, man.
This wasn't actually all that close to the White House, but again, the way it was being represented was that this was like right there on the White House.
Yes,
And look, you could
dog.
clearly hear the sounds of shots fired because overhead, those 30 shots that you heard.
Did he say those 30 shots that you heard? Nigga, it wasn't even no 30 shots. Nigga, that was like one shot or two shots at the most, dog. This is what I'm telling y'all, dog. I said 20 or 30 shots. Man, y'all ain't heard no motherfucking 20. They acting like they in Chirac or something, or sitting in South Central LA, nigga, on the southwest side of the H-Town. Nigga, what? Man, dog, y'all gotta stop it, dog. and then, and then he just exaggerated with it, just laughing. Like these people are laughing at y'all, dog. Y'all not pulling nothing over on nobody.
Were the snipers and other Secret Service.
Hey, dog. Posture is everything, D Mac. Posture, dog. I gotta go back, dog.
30 shots that you heard were the snipers and other Secret Service who were shooting from the White House out.
They
But
don't
in
believe
terms of
y'all,
the
dog.
guy, he
I
apparently
heard that
shot
the
maybe a
orange
few
diaper
times,
new guy
at the Secret
who
Service.
was alive.
And that's and that's basically the incident. There's someone else who was seriously injured as well in this
And we, Lord, no, Lord, forgive us. It is Memorial Day. I definitely care about lives. But I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand. Now, I am trying to understand this, dog. And I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one. And I like to see other races that feel the same way that I feel. So it won't just be like I'm just crazy. I'm just a crazy ass black nigga that's just saying some shit. No, dog. Let's go back one more time, dog. Let's go back one more time, dog. This shit is posture is everything, dog. It's everything, dog. I'm telling y'all, dog. Y'all better know it.
30 shots that you heard were the snipers
But
and other Secret Service who were shooting from the White House out. But in terms of the guy, he apparently shot maybe a few times, at the Secret Service. And that's and that's basically the incident. There's someone else who was seriously injured as well in this incident. And I'll share this with you right here, just so you can see the three reporters. This is where they heard the shots fired. But the shots fired that they hear, that's actually coming from the Secret Service, is where the shots are being fired. Here, play this clip. What is that? What was fascinating is
so,
what was going on at TV at that exact
hey,
moment.
I can tell you, and I'm not trying to be racist, y'all. I can tell that you white motherfuckers ain't never even been around 20 shots going out. That's not a good thing. I mean, it's not a bad. You know what I'm trying to say. Y'all never been around no 20 shots. That would how the fuck when 20 shots is gonna at least take at least 10 seconds or something. What the government got switches out there?
On state regime media, which called itself Fox. What were they
Fucking
reporting at that
no,
time?
they
They
don't.
were reporting that Donald Trump's deal with Iran is terrible, and they were being very critical. This is what was going on in state
Yeah,
regime. Let's play this clip.
It feels like we're back to square one. Yeah. So I think that's going to be an important component. We know the president is very, very strict on that point. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. So I think that any deal is going to include that. I don't think it's going to be enough just for the street. I don't know if that's a full win.
Yeah, no deal.
Yeah, we're back to where we started.
And then, right after, the coverage shifted to talking about the shooting near the White House. Here, play this clip.
Hi, Tommy. So we just got some new information from the White House, according to the press office. They said shortly after 6 p.m., an individual approached the Secret Service checkpoint outside the White House. This is at 17th and Pennsylvania Avenue, so just one block behind me. You can still see that there's a large police presence here. This involved
outside the White House, nigga. That you, man, y'all be lying, dog. Y'all be lying like a motherfucker outside the White House. Boy, that was, boy. Man.
involves the FBI, Secret Service, and of course DC police. So the White House telling us that there was a preliminary investigation at this point that indicates that an individual approached, he removed a weapon from his bag, and he began firing at police officers. Secret Service police officers then returned fire, striking that suspect, who was later transported to an area hospital where he later died. During the shooting, a bystander was also struck by gunfire.
Hey, that's crazy,
so
dog. Y'all
White House
gotta
telling us that it's really
y'all gotta
unclear
forgive me
if
for
the
laughing,
bystander
dog. Y'all gotta forgive me for laughing, dog. It's crazy to see the white people having to duck like we be having to duck when we be doing dumbass shit to each other. Like when my people be doing dumbass shit to each other, we be out there, we be trying to have good times or whatever, do what it is we want, we trying to do in life that's legit, and shots get fired and we gotta duck down in the ghetto and shit like that. Hey, it's crazy to see y'all having to do that shit. That shit
was struck by the
crazy.
suspect's initial gunfire or during the subsequent exchange of gunfire.
Now, as I noted
Hey,
before, Donald Trump was
that's
supposed,
crazy, dog.
it was his son's
Welcome
wedding.
to the ghetto,
So
I
you had
guess.
Don Jr. getting married to now his wife, Bettina, and Donald Trump posted on May 22nd, so on Friday, that he would not be going to his own son's wedding. And then he also canceled his trip to Bedminster and said he was going to spend the weekend in the White House, which is very odd and unusual for him. So he puts himself in the White House there as well. And you can say, well, Ben, that's because he was.
So it's your son's birthday. I know it's some more important things that you got to do with dealing with America right now than Iran and all that good stuff. But it's your son's birthday, though. You gonna make sure you in the White House this day, huh? Crazy ass work, bro. Hey man, this is nah. They done turned this shit to a show, dog. A show. We turned this shit into some soap opera shit, dog. Like that they gonna put on Fox.
Dealing with the issues of the war. Okay, well, I mean, he's done that before for Mar-a-Lago. And what issues was he dealing with? I mean, entering into an agreement. He had to be at the White House for that. Okay, whatever. This is what
Whatever.
Donald Trump said on May 22nd. While I very much wanted to be with my son Don Jr. and the newest member of the Trump family, his soon-to-be wife Bettina, circumstances pertaining to government and my love for the United States of America do not allow me to do it. I felt it's important for me to remain in Washington, D.C. at the White House during this important period of time. Congratulations to Don and Bettina. Just also notable, too, that Bettina's dad, Epstein class guy. So her dad was a guy, her dad died a while back, but her dad was a banker named Harry Loy Anderson. She's Bettina Anderson. Her dad is Harry Loy Anderson. And he's the guy who wrote a 1999 recommendation letter calling Jeffrey Epstein a gentleman of the highest integrity to help him gain tax breaks and operations tied to Epstein Island. Harry Loy Anderson led Palm Beach National Bank and Trust, where Epstein maintained accounts reflecting documented financial and social connections in elite Palm Beach circles from the late 1990s. And then I'll show you too. It was very odd also. The Secret Service clamped down on the press. And so you had like Patricia Vasconcelos, and she was there. And you'll see the Secret Service was like, get in there, get in. Let me show you what went down here. Here, play this clip.
Get in there.
Inside. Out of the door. Inside.
Okay, sir, we're journalists. I'm so sorry. We're journalists. We're just trying to record. I understand, sir. I understand, sir.
Inside.
Okay, sir, I understand.
And then just to show you again what was happening with some of these reporters from their different angles.
Hey, I'll
This was
tell
how
you, they don't want.
NBC 10 Boston. This is how an NBC
Hey, they don't want. They only want certain journalists to get they cut, man. They don't even want, man. They don't even want you to get no content, dog. They want to film a movie, but they don't want y'all to film it. They only want certain people to film it who gonna give the right, who gonna get a narrative that they want.
NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Julie Serskin responded to the incident that took place yesterday. Let's play this clip.
What is that?
Maybe that was 20 shots. But why would you have to shoot that many times though? So this one was 20 shots right
Here's
here.
how another individual responded. Let's play it.
Memorial Day since 2022. President Trump promises the prices will go down, but his grip on Republican support on Capitol Hill is weakening.
Oh man, these people is crazy, dog. Oh man, it was 20. I don't know if that was no 20 shots, but it was some shots. But is that somebody standing right there in the background back there? Yeah, it was.
And here's the kind of famous clip now of Selena Wang. And here's how she responded to what went down. Play this clip.
That President Trump has said a deal is close, only for the two sides to remain far apart.
It was a lot of shots. See, now that's a different video, dog. See, they clipping the video and
I'm
they,
not sure if you've been seeing this as well,
that's
but there are
crazy.
these, memes going around like this one right here. Breaking. The following bullets have been recovered at the scene of today's White House shooting. And the bullets spell anti-ballroom. And that was before Donald Trump made the ballroom post because it's so predictable.
That's
And he's just
crazy.
going to turn this into
That's
ballroom.
crazy.
Here's the thing. You may say, Ben, there's nothing red flags about it. It's a mentally ill guy who shot into the White House. But you see, when Donald Trump immediately turns this into, this is why I need my golden ballroom, that's why we have to call it. That's not normal behavior.
Hey,
That you keep having these bizarre purported assassination attempts that are actually nowhere near you, where you claim they're assassination attempts, and then you say, well, now I need my golden ballroom. Now I need my golden ballroom. They knew this guy. They knew this guy was a mentally ill person who had threatened the White House before. So, of all times, now, right in the middle of all of this happening, right when you have everybody, criticizing this agreement with Iran,
Facts.
you have Donald Trump wanting the golden ballroom. He's hitting record lows in approval. He hit record lows in approval. The Senate's turning against him. They're against the 1.8 billion slush fund. It's like
told
now
y'all.
this happens again with this
So
guy of
y'all
all
could be
people,
mad
a guy who
all you
believes he's
want to.
Jesus Christ, who is well known to the Secret Service.
Yeah, y'all can get mad all y'all want to at me. That ballroom ain't happening. That $1.8 million slush fund, that shit is not happening, Captain. You gonna have to wiggle another way to try to get that, bro. You don't have that much pull, Trump. They just not gonna give you $1.8 billion, bro. So you can, man, nah, dog. They're just not gonna do it. Oh, and people just say that I'm lying about what I'm talking about. Motherfucker talk about drop the link so I can come cook you. Man, listen, man. You always smarter than me. I'm not that smart. Hey, but I swear to God, I ain't stupid. I'm not that smart, but I'm not that stupid. I'm definitely ain't stupid. So you can like, I take uh, I take 5 or 6 perspectives over this shit before I even talk about it to let me know that I'm not tripping or I'm being biased. Now I'm not being biased. I try to show y'all white people's versions of the shit. I show y'all black people's version of the shit. It's the same fucking story. Y'all just too dumb to understand it, dog. Yeah, I mean, I be trying to learn y'all something. I told y'all this shit over here months ago. Months ago. They say self-made over here. He tripping. Yeah. Now y'all over there crying. Crying and whining and shit. I'm laughing. Getting
Who's
shot
been
at.
dead, by the way, so no one can ask him what's
Getting
going on.
shot at and shit.
This is another meme that I saw as well. Trump still spamming the assassination gimmick in 2026. And it's like, if you're just candid and transparent and make the disclosures and you don't lie about everything, then maybe people would be like, okay, you know.
Yeah.
But you lie about literally
Yeah.
everything. And remember, heading into this weekend, Donald Trump was out there as the Senate was killing the Golden Ballroom and saying, we ain't funding this thing $1 billion at all. Here was Donald Trump saying that the ballroom was needed because it has hospital facilities or whatever. Here, play this clip.
Complexity. These are all different rooms down here. They're building a hospital. They're building it's a military hospital. They're building all sorts of research facilities, also meeting rooms and rooms that go hand in hand for the military using the ballroom. And the ballroom is really a shield and protecting all of the things we built here. This goes, as you see, it's already. This goes down pretty deep.
You thought?
Better view right over here.
You thought? I bet your bitch ass did, thing. Nah.
Already down 2 floors. It's down about 6 stories deep. That's big stuff. Normally, when you build a ballroom, you build it flat.
It won't have your name on it.
The complexity of this, and again, it's all knit. It's all knit together between the drone proofing, the missile proofing. We have and the drone capacity upstairs. We can have all sorts of military up. Whether I hate to use the word snipers, but we have great sniper capacity. It's built for our snipers, not the enemy snipers, our snipers.
Oh yeah.
And because of the height, we get a
That
very
nigga
good
is
view
a
of
good
everything
salesman,
all
ain't
over
he?
Washington. Yeah.
And here he's asked, are you worried about ballroom funding when the Senate killed the ballroom funding? Here, play it.
Some of them don't know how to win. I know how to win. I think I've proven that.
Go to the bank, bitch. Go to the bank. That's what you gonna do. You a billionaire.
Saw it yesterday, right?
Go to the bank, nigga.
We're building a great ballroom. It's been needed. It's a very military complex. The roof is actually a drone port. The roof of the ballroom is a drone port, and it gives great safety to everything below. We're building a.
Why you so worried about them coming over here and doing something to
It's
you?
also a strong military position for our people.
Boy, you about to be out of there, boy.
And then he talked about how he needs the ballroom because Xi Jinping will love it. Here, play it.
Wouldn't have done the job. Just wouldn't have done the job. You have too many events. Like if we have President Xi coming here, we have no place to put him. We had the king and the queen the other day, and we had 1,000 people wanted it. We ended up having 100 people sitting in this bar. So they've been after this for a time. But maybe more important is the safety element. This is a shield that protects everything that's inside. Everything that's on top. And, you know, obviously the White House was built in 1792. You know, it's awfully hard to, do that kind of a capacity that we do.
Oh.
So this will give the president to get them scared. When this is finished, I chairman shortly after that. This is really for other presidents. This is not for me. This is my gift to the United States of America.
Yeah.
We use it very little. When it's finished, we're talking about 6 or 7 months.
And then finally, he's like, the ballroom is my shield. The ballroom is my shield. And then this happens this weekend, seriously. Here, let's play this clip.
I want to do things, but everything
Was it all the presidents do? Not a motherfucking thing. They built the ballroom. That's what they is. Keeping y'all safe. Y'all ain't worried about America.
The drone capacity, the shield. You know, the ballroom becomes a shield for everything that you see right here. Without that, they couldn't have this. They couldn't build the shield over the top of it. It's a shield that will totally protect
That nigga is cooking it, ain't he?
and some of it you see. This goes down 6 stories. You see 3 stories because it's already been built. This will be very shortly. This will be in the form of
The ballroom. That boy said ballroom 30 times in one speech.
it goes outside. You see where the wood is. You're going outside of that line, and then it goes straight up. And it's all protection, and everything's together. You can't
Who
build
you
one
protecting?
without the other.
And then even in Iran, this is what they've already made their Lego video talking about what went down, and they're kind of mocking, that this seems to be happening every other week for Donald Trump. Let's play it.
Yeah. Shuts at the White House.
Right. Why he so scared? Look.
Outside, 30 rounds in the night. Press going live. White House lockdown time. Something is cooking. You can feel it in the air. Netanyahu pulling strings. He wants this war. I swear. Reporters standing there doing their evening live. Suddenly shots ringed out. Everybody died. Secret Service rushing in from the lawn. Trump inside the building while the chaos is on. White House on lockdown. Counting snipers on the roof. Whole world watching. What the fuck is the truth? Timing feels crazy, but I ran on the brink. BB was the drums of war beating, we hear them loud and clear. We do not want war, but the choice ain't ours, my dear. Shots fired outside, 30 rounds in the night.
And here's what Senator Cassidy, who Donald Trump
Oh man,
forced
nah.
out, basically endorsed Senator Cassidy's primary opponent. And here's what Senator Cassidy said.
Telling y'all, we looking weak and flimsy right now to other countries. They gonna start testing our gangster watch.
There's no engineering. There's no sense of when we ask, how did it happen? It cost exactly $1 billion. In my mind, that is, it could cost a lot less. It could cost a lot more. I just don't get it.
There you have it, folks. Let me know. You let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thanks everybody so much for watching. New Midas merch at the store.midastouch.com today and get yourself the best pro democracy.
You can't make this shit up, dog.
At
store.midastouch.com. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this up, dog. I don't be getting mad at me, man. Get mad at them, dog. That shit is ill. It's ill, dog. It's motherfucking ill. Motherfuckers can say they can get mad, they can do this, they can do that, but bro, y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all motherfucking know. Y'all definitely know that shit ain't right. This nigga talking about a ballroom. Nigga, who you trying to protect? You just protecting y'all, just like they said in the chat. If you stop doing shit to if they stop if you stop motherfucking me doing shit to people, you won't have to worry about that, bro. Countries love their presidents and shit. Other countries love other presidents. You the only one that just you weird. You keep on playing with these good people, man. Yo, keep on playing with these good people though. That's all I'ma say. You get what you give, man. You get what you give, dog. You shit it out, you gotta be able to dish it out. Man, that's been my motherfucking time. I'm out of here, dog. Yeah, I'm definitely out of here, y'all. Salute.
reality.
That's right.
I wanna be balling through my hood
Sure.
so that everyone can see that I'm trying to make my dreams a reality. I wanna be balling through my hood so that everyone can see.
As I fit back, thinking the times when I was on the cut, slanging nickels and dimes on the grind. Young player wanted to shine. Hard times put me in a bind. Friends with no rhyme. Conversation with the next slanger on the block. Calling for cars and see who had the biggest rocks. Non-stop. Haters always constantly jock. Whispering in the next man ear. Guess what about? Something he done heard from a little tweety bird. But you done struck a nerve. Time to get what you deserve. To see me go by. On twinking, drinking, serve. Ballin' like a dream. Oh yeah, you ain't heard that thing change. And it's all for the better. Crushed diamond bells, a team, candy red with the leather. How clever can one man be to make it from the bottom to the top and be recognized as a G and
My dreams a reality. I wanna be balling through my hood so that everyone can see that I'm trying to make my dreams a reality. I wanna be balling through my hood so that everyone can see.
Trying to make my dreams a reality through major setbacks and minor casualties of tragedy. Face since my first day of birth. There's a heaven for a Jesus living hell on earth. For what it's worth, capitalize as I continue to dog. Federal rallies, police, and criminal espionage. I'm a raw, no, never. I'm a lyrical thesis. Benzo sitting low with 20s on side piece. New release, independent boys can't handle me. Cheese hauling, blade calling, so you all can see that it's me, the G. I be the HAWK, paper made, lyrical genius of the DEA.
Make my dreams a reality. I wanna be balling through my hood so that everyone can see that I'm trying to make my dreams a reality. I wanna be balling through my hood so that everyone can see.
Marinating, dedicated to this game I preach. Don't leash, get your own, try to get on your feet. Take the hit, won't pinch, cause my nerves are solid. Getting scholarships all around the world to improve my knowledge. No more polish, just that knots and rocks. And 20-inch rims crawling down my block, it don't stop. The cops trying to get hot, in your face dead. The trunk just popped, quiet as kept when I step with the MSF. Holocaust created thoughts, it ain't too late to be taught. I know some folk they got two, don't even know they got mine. Hustling for the wrong, gonna be extinct in time.
What about them gold diggers?
Can't leave them out. They couldn't stand the rain like me, sitting now you're stuck in the drought. Close your mouth. You didn't think I had it in me. Fresh turned up old, now I'm solo in my Bentley.
My dreams a reality. I wanna be balling through my hood so that everyone can see that I'm trying to make my dreams a reality. I wanna be balling